All right, man. So Falcons, I'm talking more about it. Come in fourth or seventh round. I mean, you make it find a dominant rough and all that, but no, there's still a lot of good players left, like Clark Phillips and Keely Ringo. I'm surprised he ain't going the third round. Darnell Washington went to Pittsburgh Steelers late third round. They were talking about it's. I know they talking about any concern his knee and all that, but I can't believe like 10 tight ends would have had Darnell Washington. And if you watch Georgia, Darnell Washington was the engine of Georgia offense. Like it started off with Darnell Washington moving players, then we hit the play action of Brock Bowers. But I ain't gonna talk about Georgia and all that in college. I'm talking about top for Atlanta Falcons. Like, so okay, I'm gonna go pick by pick. First three picks. I'm gonna give Bijan Robinson a B minus. Right player, like I said, I like the player, but the pick is horrible, man. Especially when you got like Jalen Carter right there. Like Jalen Carter's day one. If he stay healthy, defensive rookie of the year. Like offensive rookie of the year is fun and flashy. You feel me? Like it's flashy, It's nice to have a flashy game, but like I say, but defensive rookie of the year, that gives you most likely if you have a defensive rookie of the year, your defense gonna be top 15. You feel me? Like look at the Cowboys, Michael Parsons, like they defense, Michael Parsons, like I'm gonna just go draft by draft, past few drafts, 2021. We get what? 2021, we get Kyle Pitts. Okay, it's cool. Kyle Pitts at 4. It's like, like, I wasn't mad, but I feel like it's hard on Kyle Pitts. The dude was a monster, but we also had Michael Parsons and Patrick Surtain there. And you could have had Patrick Surtain and AJ Terrell. Fast forward, 2022 NFL draft. You got Drake London at 8. And Drake London was not the best wide receiver. You feel me? Like, George Pickens was better than Drake London. Going against, 5 first-round cornerbacks in his career? Well, 5 top. We went 3 first-round cornerbacks. And 3 cornerbacks that went in the second round, something like that in his career. And Drake London went against probably 1. Inside the conference at least. And he's been all right. He's been okay. Drake London gonna sell jerseys, but I don't care about that. I want to win. When I drive 237 miles to Atlanta, I want to see a win, not see us get beat by 20 points. Then I got to drive 237 miles back home, knowing, why did I waste my money? And that's what people don't say. People talking about, I'm a hater. I'm a fake Falcons fan. No, I tell it how it is, man. I tell. Just like for Georgia, I bash Georgia, but Georgia start winning. By still calling how I see it. Falcons. I'm tough on the Falcons because I see this junk. But the same Falcons fans who was saying Matt Ryan not the problem. It's the same fans that saying, Bijan Robinson was a better pick than Jalen Carter. And Bijan Robinson at pick 8 was the perfect pick. Like I told him, multiple fans, Matt Ryan was a fourth quarter blowout quarterback. Matt Ryan was clearly the problem. I ain't saying it's all on him, but he wasn't a solution. Even I don't care if you finish the game with 360 yards, 360 passing yards, go 24 for 33, and have 4 passing touchdowns, 3 or 4 passing touchdowns. if when the game is actually close, and because this is what I seen a lot from Matt Ryan. Like when the game was close, dude wouldn't hit no pass. He couldn't hit nothing. Like none of the throws was on target. And we'll go down 17-3, still can't do nothing. And then we'll, go the team go up like 24-6. It'd be like the fourth quarter. And they just doing their preview defense, keep everything in front. Then he go from like 120 yards. 150 yards, 1 touchdown. Then he'll finish the game with like 335 yards and 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. You be like, oh, Matt Ryan had a good day. He didn't have a problem. No, he got most of them yards in the fourth quarter when we already down 24 points. And that's the same way it's going to be with Bijan Robinson. Like when we down 24 points, Bijan Robinson in the first 3 quarters going to have like 35 rushing yards on like 12, 13, like 15 carries, gonna have like 35 rushing yards. Then the fourth quarter hit when the team just trying to get off the field, injury free, and we already down 24 points. Then he gonna break like a long run or 2 and score a touchdown. He gonna finish the game with like 145 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns on like 25 carries. You like, oh, Bijan Robinson had a good day. No, he didn't. He got that in the fourth quarter, and the defense on the other team probably gave up like 90 yards in the fourth quarter alone. And in the first 3 quarters, when the game was winnable, when the game was close and winnable, they had him on lock. He probably had like 35 yards on like 14, 15 carries, and he was averaging like 2 yards a carry and could do nothing. That's going to be the Falcons. But they're going to look at the stats like, oh, Bijan Robinson, he averaging 120 yards a game and a touchdown. Yeah. Who cares if we get blowed out? Right. I'm already Falcons fans talking about, oh, we got defense, we got all this from free agency. We got, man, most of the players we got is bust or retiring age. Like Calais Campbell, like 37 years old. He's not going. 7 years ago, back in 2014 or something, 2015, getting Calais Campbell, man, that's a game changer. Now, dude was just here for depth and experience, like the veteran. Like he was supposed to coach up Jalen Carter. Like Bud Dupree, he's a solid pick. He is a solid pick. A solid get, I should say. He's gonna be 7-8 sacks, dude. Lorenzo Carter gonna be like 7-8 sacks, dude. It's always straight. But that's the point. Like when you don't have elite edge rushers, you have a Jalen Carter and a Grady Jerry to hide that. Like you got Grady Jerry and Jalen Carter pushing from the inside. The outside players gotta get better. Like Arnold Abite, whatever his name is, from Penn State. He's gonna get developed and get better, hopefully. So Jeff Okudah is a dime cornerback. Dude was never a lockdown cornerback. He was a zone cornerback. He was a zone cornerback going against inferior wide receivers in the Big Ten. And he just got inflated high with a 3rd pick. But let's be real, Jeff Okudah is not a real starting cornerback. Like on the other side of AJ Terrell. He's a dime cornerback, like on 3rd down and 13, 3rd and 13s. Yes, him and a dime formation on a 3rd or 4th wide receiver and 5 wide. Yes, he's gonna be a very good cornerback, most likely. But as far as like every down outside corner, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Like I ain't saying he can't, but I ain't seen it yet. So it's hard to say he will be. And furthermore, okay, we got Bijan Robinson at 8, who's overused. And you can't tell me that Bijan Robinson is just 3, 4, 5 rounds better than Tank Bigsby, Zach Evans, and Kenny McIntosh, even Sean Tucker. Like, think about this, man. Like, Bijan Robinson, very good player. But, like, the Saints went trenches. Saints got Brian Brzee at 29. Pittsburgh got, I mean, not Pittsburgh, but Tampa Bay Buccaneers got collided in Kansas City at what, pick 18. How we gonna run the ball? Like, what's good having a 8th pick running back if you can't run the ball? You don't make picks at 8 when you ain't made. I was telling people all online, you don't make picks at 8 for a running back. You won't get a running back at pick 8 when you ain't made a playoffs. Not a Super Bowl, not won a Super Bowl, but you ain't made the playoffs in 5 years. 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 21, 2022. You ain't made playoffs in 5 years, and you choosing a running back at 8 without a franchise. You don't even have a solidified franchise quarterback. We don't even know who the starter is for real. Like, we could say Desmond Ritter, but Heineke could very well start for 1 year or start the season and then Desmond Ritter. Like, you don't make picks like that. Running backs don't win Super Bowls, man. Drafting running backs in the first round don't win Super Bowls, man. Like, I just, and then it's just the fact that, like, Jalen Carter is right there. Like, even if I wasn't a Georgia fan, like, having Jalen Carter, like, if Jalen Carter played for LSU and he dominated my team, Georgia Bulldogs, or he played for Alabama, or even, if team, I don't care if he played for doggone San Jose State, because that's what type of teams Falcons, that's what type of players Falcons like anyway. They drop them anyway. But either way, you got Jalen Carter right there. And you say, nah, we don't want. And then they had the nerve to say the best player available, Jalen Carter, the best player in the draft. You get Bijan Robinson, an overused running back who had 250 touches a year at Texas. Yes, he looked good, but look, he's in the Big 12. Like, he's not going against no elite defense. Like, when he go against Oklahoma let every star player look good. Oklahoma let every star player on the other team looks good. Like, yes, he have a ton of highlights against Oklahoma and other teams in the Big 12. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't do that. Like, you got Zach Evans, Tank Bigsby, who went to the Jaguars in the 3rd round. And they already got Snoop Conant to Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne. Whatever. Travis Etienne. Either way, you got Tank Bigsby and Bijan Robinson was neck and neck, of the best running backs in college at one point, going into the 2021 season. And just, guess what? Bijan Robinson got the luxury. Like, Texas O-line is better than Auburn O-line. And the fact that you got the luxury of not having to play Alabama, LSU, Mississippi State, and Georgia every year. Like, think about that, man. Like, you trading out Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi State, and LSU D-lines. Because Mississippi State, regardless of their record, Mississippi State going to have a defensive line. They're going to have a good run defense. So, I don't care about the record. I'm just talking about the run defense. So, on a team that really have consistent, good run defense in the Big 12 is Baylor. And you watch Baylor, like, he don't have no good games versus Baylor. Like, then, okay, we got an offensive lineman, offensive tackle, Jared, whatever dude from Canada, from I think he went to Syracuse. I can't even remember. It's Syracuse, showing how he was behind blocking for Sean Tucker, And then 3rd round we get Zach Harrison, which is, I ain't mad at that pick, cause my mock draft I had the Falcons get him in the 3rd round. So I seen that pick, Zach Harrison, 3rd round player. I seen that pick, 3rd, 4th round. I seen Zach Harrison in Atlanta. So I'm not tripping about that pick. But I'm just saying, like, when you don't have a franchise quarter, like, you know how sometimes, a team, like let's say the Chiefs, like Patrick Mahomes get hurt next year, or this year I should say, and he missed the whole year, you know, and then, like, you pick Bijan Robinson at 8, then you could do that because you got Patrick Mahomes coming back. And you know that with Patrick Mahomes or whoever your franchise quarterback is, like, you know you're going to be in, if you stay healthy, you're going to be in the playoffs. But when you ain't made the playoffs in 5 years, you don't make those picks, man. Like you chose Drake London over Gary Wilson. I mean, Chris Olave had a good year. George Pickens had a better year than Drake London. Jameson Williams, he was already hurt. Now he already suspended, for gambling. But you just keep on drafting offense. Now defense still in the bottom, man. Like, why we can't build defense, then get an offense? Why we keep on getting the offense? Then we don't even have a franchise quarterback. Like, I was gonna save it, but I'm gonna just lead up to it. Like, we probably gonna be picking Caleb Williams or Drake May next draft in the top 2, top 3. Like, I don't want to do that, but because most teams, get their quarterback they want, or at least trying to get. Atlanta Falcons is one of the teams that don't have a franchise quarterback as of right now, unless Desmond Ridder just end up being a top 15 quarterback this year. Just let me know one thing, man. We got a draft. We got 4 through 7. Josh Downs. I'm talking about the sleepers in the draft. Like Josh Downs and Trent Simpson. And Darnell Washington. I'm talking about that more. But I'm just saying, man. Like, you can't tell me that Bijan Robinson is 3-4 rounds better than Tank Bigsby and Zach Evans and Kenny McIntosh and Sean Tucker. I mean, you had Zach Charbonnet. Seahawks got him in the 2nd round. Like you going against better defenses and got less wear and tear, but you get the most overused running back in the draft. Like, he's very talented, but you get the most overused running back in the draft with already a top 3 rushing game already. Like, you don't. This video getting too long, so I'm on 4 through 7. Gonna be soon. I don't know how many picks we gonna get, but I'm gonna talk more about it after the draft officially over with. Pray for me.